the day, I'm trying to see him. I'm trying to get him to come over or whatever. I never get him dropped off. I always go pick him up. I live far, so I'm driving hours to go get him, and then I get there and I can't get him. I can't see him. My son is sick right now. I want to see my son. I want to hold my son. I want to, you know what I'm saying? I just want to comfort him. I want to put him in the shower, get some steam in his nose so he can feel better. I don't get the chance to do that. I get pinned against the wall, and then everything else is variables on why I can't see my son. You feel me? Like, it don't have nothing to do with me working, by the way. I'm not gonna air out her business, but me and her has not been together for a long time. Like, I don't know what it is, but it's been going on for a minute where I just never got on the internet and said nothing. I mean, I might like throw like little subliminals or some like that, but it's like, bro, like, I don't want to get on the internet because at the end of the day, you know, this is something that can really like with him. But I'm really just coming on this as just a dad that really don't know what to do at this point.
Baby and Halle have RSV, a respiratory virus. DDG can't see his son. Apparently, it's bigger than just this time where the baby is sick or whatever the case may be. The way he's trying to paint it is Halle is the restriction. And I saw a lot of commentary about this. I made a video about this. But, you know, Daddy Damo, the one who gets on the podcast, I know has some thoughts, sentiments, opinions. Plus, I know he doesn't necessarily care for Doug.
Yeah, everybody know. I mean, listen, me and Doodoo Garbage, you know, it's history there. Not real history. Not like I know. Like, I put some of his concerts back in the day. Then he started doing some. His music has always been cool, but I've just not really with a lot of his content. But regardless, yeah, buddy, as an who at one point in time went through baby mama drama and baby mama issues, I know your game. I know the game, buddy. I know your game. I know what's going on. A couple weeks ago, you had little Halo playing UFC. Peak. It's fun. We seeing clips of you and your son every other day. Cool. Then you gotta lock in on the content. You got all these different around.
Oh wow.
All these the Shea Frost scenarios and streams. All this dirty Mac Pro. And now you can't see your son? Who would have thought? Man, now we're gonna make and don't get me wrong. I'm of the belief co-parenting is different for everybody's situation, and you go by what works for you. You obviously have a situation where Halo is with his mom majority of the time. Halo stays with his mom. And you get visitation, Halo can come over. You making it seem like y'all had it to where you could just pull up, which, hey, outside of feats, I don't know any co-parenting situation where motherfuckers are just pulling up to each other's houses unannounced and we can see kids. That was only unique to a friend of the pod, Feats. Shout out her. Best co-parenting situation I've ever heard of. Because other than that shit don't fly nowhere else. There is no just pull up and see. And you live hours away. You just pulling up because you heard your son is sick and you live hours away. Surprise, surprise, he has RSV. You can't see him. Let's not make it seem like it's her fault you can't see him. And even if it is situations where she's like, no, I don't want you to see him. As a man, acknowledge what you're doing is causing her to do this. Yes, it's wrong, but you have the career to where you can pick what the fuck you're doing for your job. You don't have to do these freaky frog ass streams, especially if you have a spiteful woman. You know how crazy that woman is. She's told the world how crazy she is. Why are you sitting here doing these Shea Frost ass streams and expecting your baby mama to just be down with the program? What do you think you is, nigga? Blueface? Stop. What are we doing? So yeah, Daryl, I'm not moved by this. I was there, gang. You know what I had to do? Shut the fuck up and get through it. I had to put my head down, do everything necessary to now where my kids are exactly under my roof. You got to work for that shit. But coming on the internet just crying flat out when no one asked, that's wild. And I am Mr. had an argument with his baby mama on the internet. She took it there. I met her there. You are bringing this shit to the internet, gang. You know what you're doing. You're weaponizing your community the same way we claim all these other women weaponize their communities. You're weaponizing your community now because you're upset that you can't see your child. And now I don't want to know what her fucking DMs look. I've already seen so many women. You were the biggest loser to women for the last 2 to 3 years. I've seen so many women at your defense now. Oh, well, y'all know Halle is crazy. Oh, Halle, you know you wrong for not letting that man see his son. There's Halle Bailey fans turning on her right now because she looks like a bad mom. And you know what you're doing, gang. You're Mr. Internet Games. You do this. So this is super nasty, bro. This is super nasty.
I think this is one. They both more horrid than me, but I'm muting them both. I can't do these discussions no more, man. It's a combination of, it's like we not involved, but then it's just obvious biases no matter where you go. You're talking about weaponizing fan bases, and that's my main issue with it. Both of them have done it. It's literally not too long ago. I think y'all even had it be a topic on. Yeah, it was even a topic on here. We were talking about how Halle essentially, during the Kaisenash stream, he had a Halo on the stream, and everybody was like, ooh, how you feel about this? How you feel about that? And then everybody's trying to find out more context. But at the end of the day, the context don't fucking matter because nobody outside of them two and their child should be the one matter. And so when both of them keep bringing these conversations to the internet and nobody's even asking about this shit necessarily, it's always just such an eye roll for me personally. In regards directly to the situation, fuck it, we must talk about what has transpired. I definitely think that Damo has a point to a not even a certain degree, just straight up. Yeah, there's probably a reason as to why she's behaving this way, and if there is no reason, you still shouldn't be bringing that shit to the internet, gang. The only thing that I will say in defense of DDG necessarily, or just in defense of these kind of topics in general, is textbook damn if you do, damn if you don't. Because like this is a textbook situation of, okay, if he was sitting there and it's been 5 months, you haven't seen Halo on stream, niggas would be like, yo, you're being L dad, where's your son? Or if he was like, oh, I don't care, he with Halle, oh, I don't care, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, then it would have been on, I'm not saying it the right way, but if he was nonchalant about the situation per se, he'd be getting dunked on. But because he wants to see his child, the internet's dunking on him. It's kind of a weird thing regardless. And this is why, again, these topics shouldn't be on the internet, because no matter what, it's all insane biases. You're going to lose regardless. But then furthermore, we shouldn't even be knowing this shit. So it's just on all accounts such an eye roll topic for me personally.
I would just say, in a rebuttal to what you just brought up, he was just with his son. It's not like it's been hella.
Like he ain't seen him for months.
Yeah, but that's what he's making it seem like, which is killing me. Like he's making it seem like it's been hella long since he's seen his son. Unless these are old clips, gang, you were just on stream with this nigga not too long ago, and I would assume you've seen him more than just the stream. I just seen the Fear Buck clips of you niggas 2 days ago. Like, gang, I know you've at least seen your son just based off you doing content. Lo and behold, you actually real life behind the scenes off camera type shit. And I just want to reply to somebody in the comments, oh, I hate how it becomes the woman's child when they not together. It don't become the woman's child. Majority of men just don't want to go through the bullshit of going to court, getting an attorney, going through custody battles to set up what days you get visitation, and now you got this textbook schedule of when you get visit. A lot of niggas don't want to do that, so they default to just let her go with you, gang, because it's easier that way. You feel it's easier to do it that way. I know because I did it. I know because I did that. I say I don't, because of shit I got going on. I do not feel like going to court right now. I don't got no money for no attorney. I don't got none of it. I don't even know what the fuck to do right now. Just take her, gang. Take her. I know. Gotta make this right. I just believe in the one almighty, nigga, and he came through for me. I know that's not gonna work for everybody, but the concept of, oh, it's just a woman's child when they're not together, that's what a lot of niggas ask for. Because it's easier to go that way. Because niggas don't want to go through the hard shit of custody battles. And for the niggas is about to say, oh, well, you should have a kid, then tell me. Then tell me. Have a kid. Tell me about your custody battle if you're going to sit there and vouch for that shit. Please. Please. Yeah.
I'm going to let Omar Bezos go, but I'll just say, Damo, and this isn't even pertaining to them. This is just in general. A lot of niggas are just afraid of paperwork, dog. That's just how the shit is. Like, a lot of niggas are just like, and I mean, it's a scary thing to a degree. You're seeing all them fucking papers and shit. It can be scary, but niggas is just afraid of fucking paperwork. So you may be absolutely right. I don't have a child. I'm not going to act like you're spitting facts. I'm not going to act like you're incorrect, but I will definitely say that, yeah, that maybe it's not valid in this specific situation. We don't know, but it's definitely in terms of the general consensus of, well, yeah, once you have a kid, it's her kid. That is mostly just going to the motherfucking courthouse, selling your shit out. But niggas is afraid of court, don't want to be federal, shit like that. Bro, handle your business, man.
But even and I'm getting messages about seeing the son and all this other stuff like that. There's reasons why he doesn't want to go to court, and there's things that he has to swallow. In this situation that he has been a part of creating. I think that people don't take baby making or relationshiping as serious as possible. I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, I'm about to say, is Damo AI?
I'm about to say, am I good?
No. Are you, nigga?
Refresh, man. Refresh.
Yeah, you are literally.
You doing the robot for real.
Yeah, your control deleted.
Nigga, Damo going, yeah, pop is popping a lot. Okay, you're better.
What the fuck was that?
You ain't never lagged that.
I ain't never did that before. That shit, I peeped that on my end. I'm like,
you had a Call of Duty lag, no bullshit.
That was crazy.
It literally is a Call of Duty
the legs
lag.
be moving and then
Yeah,
like
the
when
legs moving, the plug pulled out. You keep running through the walls. You was bad.
So when people don't take this serious, because when these outcomes happen, and not saying that there's like 100% guaranteed way to avoid these, but when you get into a relationship with somebody and you know them for 6 months and you have a baby by them, 3 months have a baby by them, or whatever the case may be, these are the outcomes and realities, and you're gonna be drugged through the mud. And when that happens, what Kai say? I put this shoulder up and I put this shoulder up and I drop him. I don't care. I don't have no sympathy for you. You should have been better at handling your business, focused on getting married first, focused on having a long-term relationship with this person first, or you were going to have to deal with these situations and circumstances. DDG talked about not being able to see his child when he wants. I can't go over there and just pick my son up. You want to have him afterwards, drop him off. That's cool. First of all, that's not how co-parenting works. You just don't get to drive over on a Tuesday and pick your son up. That's not how it works. And mind you, I'm saying that's not how co-parenting works. If you was the daddy in the household, you could do that. You could take your son out to dinner on Tuesday, bring him back home, all that stuff like that. But when you're in a co-parenting situation, however unfair it feels, that's not how it works. If you have the child, the wife can't just come over on your time and pick the child up. Or not the wife, I'm sorry, the baby mom. She can't just come and pick up the child. That's not how that works. Okay, so let's get that out the way. 1, 2, I see the comments about not going to court. It's gonna get messy. This nigga don't want a resolution. Like y'all said, there's paperwork involved, and this is a nigga who has enough money to take care of this paperwork. Whenever you throw this in the middle, it'll be throwing me off.
That what?
And it's gonna get to a point where, nigga, it ain't no way. Appreciate that $5 gifted, Cardi, but it ain't gonna go how. I think it's in like her best interest to not want to go to court either. When we can just have a clear understanding. All right, cool. Like, I want to pick my son up, take him to dinner. If you really want him, I'll bring him right back. It's not a problem. We go to court, the judge gonna give me some time. And when I got the time, nigga, I'm gonna do whatever I want with my son. When y'all see me streaming with girls and shit.
So the picture perfect world, it would be
what he's saying. Yeah.
What you saying, everybody, this, that, and the third. With that being said, there shouldn't have been no problem with you communicating about him being or the baby being on Kai's stream. If we all just trying to get a picture perfect world, dog, this shit is stupid. You don't want it to be messy, but you want the internet. And what I don't like is the painting of people being bad on the internet when we not even supposed to be in a group chat. No way. We not even supposed to be consuming this content anyway. We only get snapshots of what's going on. Both y'all are awful, right? And the reason why y'all are awful is because there's still some emotion involved. Y'all can't believe that y'all are in these situations, et cetera, whatever. She might got good pussy, you might got good penis. I don't know. But for whatever reason, there's still emotions involved. But the stuff that y'all saying are specifically DDG, because he's very explicit about this shit. The stuff that he's saying on the internet is disgusting.
If y'all don't see me with my son every day, y'all know I stream every day. Every day I don't see my son, I'm gonna number it. Let's see. I know she gonna let me see my son now. This is the only way. Behind closed doors, I have not been able to see my son. Only if we on perfect terms and she around is cool. But if we not, I don't get to see him. I don't care to do girl content, whatever the fuck. That has nothing to do with anything that's work. That has nothing to do with me wanting to be around my son, like whatsoever. I don't give a fuck who she fucking, who she talk to, who her nigga is, who she fucking filming movies with. I don't give a fuck. I care about my son. That's all I care about. Literally, that's all I care about. And when that's taken from me, she know that's the only way I get frustrated. That's the only way she can get under my skin because I don't care what she does. We haven't been together.
This just only just really harps home, not to sound like a broken record, but we all agree with on this sentiment. The issue, like, for me personally, y'all know how annoying the double standards of fan bases get to me. I always bring them up in every topic ever. But overriding that is when creators, celebrities, whatever, just do it to themselves. This is a situation of why do we know about this? Why is this a title and thumbnail? Why is this even a discussion right now? It's just like, dog, this is something that, like, I get is fucking with you. Niggas is human. That's the name of the game with the streaming shit. Anything could happen. If this is a recorded video, good odds you might look at this back and be like, yeah, now snip that, I'm bugging. But yo, we shouldn't be hearing about that because there is no realm of reason that any person that has a baby with any person that they say they care about, while we're in a situation where we can type L mom or L dad in the fucking chat, bro. Or while we can type L mom or L dad on fucking Twitter and tag motherfuckers and fake cancel people and all that shit. Because again, reminder, they've both done this shit. It's just on some shit like, bro, keep this shit offline. Whether you want to handle it in court or not, that is up to you. But it gets messy for real when you bring this shit on the internet, bro. Just keep that shit offline, bro.
I know B-Souls ain't said nothing to Damo. I know you. Hey, Leroy Flex said it perfectly in the chat, and it's something that I've been talking about and applauding. This is men having conversations. I don't have sympathy for men oftentimes because they do not take advantage of the situation. This man to man. This don't got nothing about being fair, objective, understand. We know the cards that's being dealt out here. Leroy said, lesson is just do what Ant did. Now, I'm not saying that DDG doesn't want to have parental rights to the child or whatever the case may be, but just the idea of taking advantage of what's owed to you legally. If you don't want that kid, sign them parental rights away. Sign them parental rights away. If you want to see
about an abortion, I'm like, damn, okay.
No. Just take the legal route. Just take the legal route that you have these options legally, but folks be sitting there acting, I'm so helpless. DDG, hey, brother, go to court. I don't want to hear it on the internet no more. Go ahead, take the situation to court, get a handle. At that point, legally, she got to give you the child. If she don't give you the child, you take that to court, document it, take it to court, and then you'll get your child more than you ever even wanted, right? Then once you get on paper what the legal proceedings are supposed to be, then you can work on bettering the relationship from both sides, addressing all those things, and then you can have them more. My mom took my dad to court. The court was just the baseline. They had everything else after that worked out perfectly fine. My mom and dad went on vacations after they were divorced. It's only a short amount of time, but dog, we went on whole ass family vacations after, because there was all right, this is the baseline, then we're going to build on that to become amicable, and et cetera, but make sure you get your baselines taken care of.
That sounds like the pushback to the only thing I was going to say. I was actually going to give some pushback to everyone, because it does sound like
we too deep.
No, it just sounds like he didn't want to even go on the internet. Like this was on some last option type shit, last resort type shit. But now y'all are saying it's not really on some last resort type shit.
I don't like a last resort to the internet, though. Go ahead, Domo. I don't like a last resort.
It's not last resort. This niggas just think niggas think they audience is just a bunch of kids still. Like, niggas is whole grown ass adults. A lot of motherfuckers have kids. We know the procedures that's going on with having kids, my nigga. He's coming here with this pity party ass story. I just want to see my son. I can't see my son. She's making it so I can't see my son. She's posting they're fucking sick, dickhead. Like, we know they're sick. They have RSV. You talking about putting steam in the baby nose? The fuck is that about to do, nigga? You gonna make it worse. Like, you over here, oh man, we shouldn't have to go to court. Nigga, you should have to go to court. If you get to the point to where there's times you want to see your son and you can't, that's when you immediately go to court. That's when it starts. You don't let it build and build and build and then say, I'm gonna weaponize my fucking millions of fans as my last resort. That's not a real last resort, gang. You're just nasty.
Extreme devil's advocate. Oh, I thought you were done. My fault.
I'm just saying, and I'll finish up right here. You want the ability to do dad shit when you want to do dad shit with a woman that's not your girl. That's the mother of your child. And you allowed Halo to live over there, nigga. You did. If you care so much, Halo would have been living with you. Because I promise you, if I had the facilities when me and my girl broke up, if I could have had my daughter living with me, hey, she stays here. You can go. She can stay right here with me because I want to be there for my child. You allowed Halo to go because you felt you had it like that. Big Daryl, you just laid the game down so strong. Daryl,
you
had
come and go
it.
as you please.
Yeah, I can just pull up on Tuesday and take my son out for dinner. And if you want him that bad, I'll bring him back. Nigga, listen, do you not, what the fuck? Do y'all not hear that? I'm gonna go to the person that is housing the child when I want. Pull up, take him, and if you want him back, I'll bring him. But yeah, I just pull up and take my son whenever. That's not how co-parenting work. And to the people in the chat, and say that, let's go right after this. To the people in the chat, y'all really talking about this? Y'all really about to be talking about DDG? I hope y'all go to all other 5-6 of these live streams with the DDG Haley shit in their title live right now. I hope y'all go to them and say the same shit.
That's actually where I was going to take the conversation. I was going to say potentially extreme devil's advocate here. There's some justice to it. There's some injustice or incorrectness, whatever the term may be. What about the argument that, hey, gang, these niggas brought it to the internet, but it's on society to blow it up? Like, at the end of the day, everybody's saying, I'm over here saying it's an eye roll topic for me. People are over there tweeting that they're muting DDG and Halle's name. And people are talking about how, they shouldn't be bringing this to the internet, but yet the internet talks about it. What would you say about some shit like that? Or what would y'all say about
it's public? It's public. I think we've been consistent on that, especially for a public couple that makes content about their family as well. And Daryl's doing it right now. We can criticize people on how they talk on the matter, but if it's public, people are going to speak publicly, and you knew what you were getting into, having a baby, dating another celebrity. So
it's one thing that I definitely hate, and I hated it back then when it happened to DDG, and now it's happening to Halle. People be in relationships, and I don't even understand how they can't get this point. Or people are chronically single as well, so maybe that's why they don't get it. Giving these perspectives about things that you're only getting a snapshot on is so disgusting. And that's pretty universal, but relationships, intimate relationships, romantic relationships are so much more complicated. So we're gonna get a 2 cents about at least for me, I'm gonna get a 2 cents about the broad perspective. But to paint people as like, oh, he's a deadbeat or she's vindictive or whatever, I'm not doing all that. I just think the overall message, and that's what I put in my video, y'all take us out the group chat. Y'all also just don't get so invested.
Yeah, that's unironically the real kill deal spill of the conversation is that it's such a micro point in hindsight. It's like people are jumping the gun to assume that either Halle is forcing DDG to be a deadbeat, or DDG is putting his son in bad environments because I'm talking about the first time. Like, these are just massive assumptions. In reality, this is just like a slap on the wrist if this were offline in real life. But that's the problem, is online. Just keep the shit offline.